I can hear cars backfiring up and down the street, so I assume that means that's South Croydon's version of Flat.
Indeed. So hello there, guys. Welcome to Follow the Herd. If you're joining us on YouTube, if you're coming into the Zoom, there's still time before we start the quiz. If not, you can happily follow here. I'll be posting any little bits and trying to look for chat as I'm doing all the other bits, but there's many windows, so I'll probably miss a lot of them. If you haven't already, you just need to go and in the comment section of the video, you'll find a link to the first Google form, which is tell us a little bit about yourself, so we can tell everyone who everyone is about the game and who we've got on the quiz. And when you finish that, there'll be a link that you just need to hold on to that will take you through to the first set of questions for the quiz. Other than that, I hope you're all well. Enjoy watching me melt down with Excel, because it normally happens at least twice during this process. And if you have not yet done a quick clap for your heroes and the NHS, I'd go and do that right now. We're going to start the quiz in about 3 to 4 minutes. I can see a few of you have definitely already filled in your pre-round questionnaires, which is very good. Thank you very much. And yeah, so we're going to wait, as I say, for a few more to come and join on both YouTube and also on the Zoom. Okay. Righty ho, righty ho. I'm going to try and avoid explaining all the rules of the game just now, because that's all going to come in 1 or 2 of the first slides. We can just watch a few people walk around their houses, open the door to get some fresh air. Nice yellow shorts there. Perfect summer weather is all I want to say. Not sure the cat matches, but that's a personal choice, and we'll not judge right now. And the fun thing is, you might not watch it later. It's all right. I can get away with that one. He hasn't got the headphones on. Oh, right. Anyway, so as I was saying, it's all right. Welcome back. Love to have you with us, sir. Just complimenting the wonderful decor.
Oh, he's muted.
Is he? Yeah, everyone's muted at the moment. Giving you the chance to unmute yourselves. I thought I would let people finish their food, and yeah, remember it's a family show. Or it's meant to be in theory.
End.
Right. Okay, who are you? Oh, okay. Alrighty, couple more minutes and then we will start the quiz.
Have you posted the link? Sorry.
Not just yet. No, I will do. Let me do that.
Please, may you do that?
I will do that.
Thanks.
All right. Let's see how many I've got on there. 5. Okay, let me just do this first. You haven't already? God, there are times I wish I could spell and speak at the same time.
Speak and spell.
Speak and spell, yeah.
Get spell.
Unlike, I guess, speaking on the camera, if I'm mistyping something, you won't see it until I hit enter. That doesn't necessarily apply sometimes to some of my WhatsApp chats. I do accept. All right. What I'll do actually then is I'll put it in the chat here. I think that's an easier way to do it to everyone. So, because most of you, I think, have already done it, so that's the better way of doing it. There you go. Set questions 1 to 5. Knock yourselves out. At least I will click it as well, just to double check. Yes, it is. Good. I've done it correctly. All right. It's that one.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. As I was saying, that numbers not quite as many as I'd have hoped, so that will make at least one of the questions very interesting. And I'll be honest, could easily break some of my scoring formula. I'm looking forward to seeing what it does. That will be the moment of real sweat as I realise that I can't actually count it all up properly because you're all too clever for my own good. Alrighty, okay. I think let's do that one now. Question, see, there's a misspelling. Questions 1 to 5.
Have we started?
We will do in just a moment. I'm going to put the first bit up, and then I'll turn on the presentation for, as most of you already seen before. All right, let's see, F5. Brilliant, that one works. Share my screen. All righty, are you all ready? Hopefully, I will cry only just a little bit. That's the aim of today. All right, so here's what I'll do is I'll mute you all, and then we'll get started officially. Alrighty, okay, so here we go. Follow the herd. If a few of you have played before, if you haven't, what I'll do is I'll just quickly go through the rules again so you have an idea of how the quiz works. He says trying to work out how it can resolve. So what you'll have is a couple of links to some Google Forms, and that will have all the questions in there. You'll also find it's got the link for your quiz entry on PayPal or Revolut. It's very appreciated. We'll be donating some money to charity today. Maybe not quite as much as I'd hoped as I started this, but maybe next time round we'll make sure everyone can bring at least another 2 or 3 people, and we'll have some really big numbers, and we'll do it from there. So on those forms will be a set of effectively general knowledge questions, and it'll be split into 2 different types of questions. You'll have a standard sheet where what you're doing is you're trying to think of the answer that you think everybody on the quiz will be answering. So it's not about going out and talking to 100 people and getting some ideas, because in a COVID environment, I can't exactly do that. It'll be very hard to stop them on the street and say, excuse me, do you mind if I get close to you to talk? It's like, no, it's not going to happen. So it's all down to you guys on the quiz. Whatever you think from the people who are playing both on the Zoom and on the YouTube, which is 20 seconds behind, so I have to keep remembering that. You're going to try and pick what you think is the more popular answer. Some of the questions are going to be hopefully a bit easier to try and show you all how that works. However, there's also the reverse. There'll be a couple of carefully labeled anti-sheet questions. So what that means is that you're looking for the answer that you think the fewest people will answer. In some cases, there's only 4 answers to pick from. So you have to make a choice, and you're going to have to play your strategy and try and think which one you think is less likely to be chosen. And it's, again, all based on the answers that people are playing here live or have submitted if they've played a little bit ahead, which I suddenly realized I've not checked to see if anyone's done it at the last minute, which would be important before I start giving you any scores, he says. So whilst I try and multitask, I won't, and I'll just continue the slideshow. So on today's quiz, we've got the following. Surprisingly, mostly born in the United Kingdom, few from the Netherlands, New Zealand, Bulgaria. The age range, you know, a mix. And surprisingly, all of you mostly born and living in the UK, there's a common language between you all. And a few of you are a bit more confident than the others, let's say, about where you think you'll finish. In the future, of course, this screen will be highly adaptive, working in real time with participants' entries and not just me typing it up in advance from what I've realized I've not prepped as efficiently. Okay, so if there's no questions, what I'll do is I'll quickly say you should now all, from either doing the pre-questionnaire or from seeing it on the YouTube, I'll do is I'll go and post that as well on the Facebook page, and we'll give people that final second chance to, he says that, but I can't copy and paste the bit I need, to get started. But you should all, oh, he says, no, I've done that, and actually that's completely wrong because I haven't set the form to allow you to go through. So a few of you have already hit submit. You see you're far too quick. That's my own fault. It's my own fault entirely. So let's just say, let's start that again. And if you can restart that link, you should find now that you'll get through to the questions. Sorry about that. Technical issue there, people. Do apologize. That's already made my job a little bit harder. What I'll say as well is that if you are, if it still doesn't work and I've really messed it up, then yeah, fine. You'll also find on that the second page is the 2 links for the PayPal or the Revolut options. You'll also get those at the very end of the quiz. So, you know, don't worry, if you can do it now, great. If not, you'll get a reminder at the end, and yeah, please fill it in. What I'm going to do whilst you get yourself started is I'm going to get up now the first set of questions, and I'll go through it. So the question 1, hopefully a nice easy one, is a social networking platform. There's a few of them, some bigger than the others. I'll let you decide what you think about that one. Some difficult choices. Can't think where you heard about the quiz, but do you know what? I think that's another issue. Question 2, a fizzy drinks brand, or maybe better yet, a fizzy drinks company. Let's keep it a bit higher level. Don't need to go right down to diets, drinks and all of that, because that would be silly. Full fat all the way. Thank you very much. Question 3, a precious stone. Feel free to do the voice in your own time. A precious stone. Question 4 is your first anti-sheep question. So you need to think very carefully about which of the ones you pick. North, south, east or west. Again, as I say, with the anti-sheeps, you have to pick the one that you think fewer people will answer. There is no simple, pointless answer here. You have to pick one of the 4 and hope that fewer people pick it. With only a few of you playing, dare I say it, you've got a better chance, and this will be the first time my system goes kablooey, which will be fun. And question 5, the first of the 50-50s, is pancakes or waffles?
George, the possible answers for pancakes or waffles are AM and PM. Do you want us to click
What? Oh, do you
PM
know
for
what?
waffles?
Stupid boy me has clearly messed up his very first form. Let's try that again. It should normally be in alphabetical order, which is the way I always do it. So let's try that. Either way, even if it wasn't, the answer would come through again. So AM, if you've already got through that thing now, yeah, go AM for waffles and PM. Sorry, AM for pancakes and PM for waffles. Well done, George, for messing up his first set of 5 questions. He now wonders why. Yes, that should be correct. I will now also check the other form. Well done, George. Well done, George, indeed. That's brilliant. So what I was going to say, but I would say hold off for 10 seconds, is, you know, the choice that you've got is if you wanted to, you could zoom through all the other questions, but you could also just wait and we'll see where we get to in the answers. What I'm realizing is that in all of that presentation, I've not had a chance to check for any comments on the YouTube chat, which is about 20. It is for me, Alex. Too many different bits.
Are you talking to me?
No, there's another Alex on the YouTube. Sorry.
Okay.
A funky Alex, not a train Alex.
Am I still Alex Train? Oh shit.
Unfortunately, it's very hard to keep track of all the, that's good news. All right, cool, well done. Thanks, Alex. Thank you for confirming. Alrighty, and you are 20 seconds behind, so you won't get that until a few minutes after. You've already posted it, so that's good. And of course, I've fixed it. So what I'm going to do now, see 7 of you have already done your answers, which is great. Thank you very much. I'm going to just quickly try and see how that looks, see what your answers have come in.
George, I picked PM because I didn't read the top of the question. I just saw AM, PM, pick PM. But I actually would have picked pancakes if it said pancakes. So can you switch it? I'd have to do it again.
No, the interesting thing is I might have to switch it because for some reason, for me messing up my entire form, and there's so few of you, I might just have to find a different way to do that now. Okay, I'm watching a few other people come in. This could be interesting. So what's interesting with me changing the answers halfway through, a few people's forms have not quite filled in as well as they should have, which is a bit annoying, and that's probably my fault for messing that up. So what I might just have to do actually is say scrap that and ask you all to have another go. Actually, no, I can see that Phil, yours have come through, which is fine. If you're on the Zoom, would you mind just sending me yours in a private chat, please? Except for Ash, I've just seen your answers come in. Thank you. Because for some reason, yours, because you were quicker and ahead of some of the others, you were, I think, catching it first, let's say. Frankie, I haven't got your answers yet. For some reason, they've not submitted. If you want to try that link again, if you wouldn't mind. I'll just kind of message that as well. That's not how it should happen.
Did you ask us to resubmit? Sorry, I was on the phone for a second.
If you haven't submitted your answers yet and you've been able to choose pancakes, go for it. If you got through it, then and you're on the, so actually you were fine. I would say Mr. Train, Solmir as well, Mo, Becca, Matt, Gina. Actually, no, Chuck, I need yours as well on the Zoom, please. Sorry. So that's going to create a bit more work for me. Add on to the time. So there we go. Just the final one. Thank you, guys. Just make sure you do it privately so we give the illusion that you all had a chance without knowing each other's answers.
My internet just cut out. What did you want?
Just send me the answer to that final question. For some reason, that final question has not saved correctly because I changed it because I screwed it up in the first time. I'd rather you do that, Alex, than do the whole form again. Dag it. What a pain. Oh. So Gina, Alex, Frankie, yours are in now. Well done. Thank you. Alex, the winner. Beautiful name, mate. Really like it. Well done. Good. Okay. Thanks, Gina. Very kind. Matt, have I got yours? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Who's have I got there? Done. Trying to work out how many people I'm waiting on for the other bits. Frankie, I've got yours now, which is great. Phil, Alex, Gina. So it's just who have I got left? Alex AF, Solmir, and GHC. Chuck, if you could do me yours in the chat here on the Zoom, not the normal way. Something it's just again for me messing up my form. Again, as I said, a little bit of prep went awry. Oh, okay, Chuck, I've seen yours now. Sorry, thank you. Fine. Okay, that makes it easier. All right, cool. So with me now losing lots of time by having to get you to do that, I will now have to go and put your answers into the incredibly complicated scoring process, which, as you all know, takes me hours and hours and hours, and I haven't had a chance to do it quick enough. I can just do that now, but thankfully, because I can see a few answers in there, that's brilliant. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's just double check. That looks pretty good. All right, so let me see if this is actually working as I want it to. He says, desperately trying to speed up his time that he lost at the beginning. Excuse me. Okay, so it looks like in total we have 18 people who either are playing now or have played before, so it's not a bad set of numbers. Let's just double check everyone's has now come through. Looks 17, I can't count, so I've got my header title on my form. Classic Excel mistake. Right, let's see. So it's at this point that I say thank you very much for your answers, all very much appreciated. Let's see how you've done. And for those that are, take you, all right. And let's see where we can get to on the, me. You know, when you just think you've got it all working beautifully, present from the current slide, which would seemingly say, answers in now. What a surprise. So guys, for those of you on the Zoom, this is where we have a momentary little bit of interaction. For those on YouTube, you're more than welcome if you want to for the questions 1 to 5 only, not if you've gone ahead, obviously. What do you reckon for question 1? Anyone would like to have a guess at what they think answer 1 might be?
Facebook.
Facebook is an interesting guess. Do I hear any other options maybe?
eBay.
eBay, I like it. Very good, very good. Let's see what the answers are then. In fact, it is Facebook with 16. Two people with Instagram. Two people.
MySpace. Oh.
No MySpace.
Again, if there'd been more people, Matt, maybe you'd have been able to hide that answer, you know. But I can't, you know, don't judge me, you know, judge yourself. Alrighty, question 2. What was question 2? He tries to remember quickly because he hasn't got the right bit of information on the screen yet. Oh, that's right, a fizzy drinks brand. Okay, I can now see. This is that one, or company as I try to change it to, this is that wonderful moment where actually somebody who has done a spelling that I haven't quite recognized. So what I have to do in all of this quiz to try and run it, in theory, at a faster speed than I am right now, is I have to try and match what I think somebody might do for their spellings, and make it all look up so that it goes to the same answer for everybody, and I don't have one person who's actually answered the same thing suddenly getting no points. So let's just do that, and that, and that. And miraculously, my numbers will have gone from 17 to 1 to 18 in total. So because it's 18, would anyone like to proffer a guess at what they think the answer for question 2, a popular fizzy drinks company, might be?
Coca-Cola?
Coca-Cola. See, I would have liked to say Pepsi, but it technically is a different company. But you all went Coca-Cola. That's fine. Wow, lucky.
Oh, everyone. 18.
So close. Alrighty. Okay. Now then, that's looking good so far. So quite a few of you sharing maximum
Capitalism,
points.
innit? Capitalism.
Exactly.
Well, I've gone for the smaller company, the family company.
Family company. Yeah, well done.
Stick it to the man.
You're allowed to drink what you like and still say something else. It's like politics, you know. So a precious stone. Now, there are actually 4 fully precious stones and a whole number other of semi-precious. I would have accepted any answer, but as this is a populist answer, what do we reckon for a precious stone?
Diamonds, darling.
The girl's best friend, he says.
Oh, that's Diamante.
What did you put?
Diamond.
I think diamond's a fair idea. Let's have a look. Go the populist bar chart, and you can see that
Opal, very nice.
we still had a few lovely answers, but they're not the popular answer, so it's not going to get you as many points in this quiz.
I put diamond the first time, and then when I resubmitted my answers, I put opal.
Oh,
I don't know why.
Frankie, naughty. All right, well, you've got away with it. Somehow, luckily, your first answers were blank, so I couldn't have accepted them anyway. Awesome work. Okay. All right. Question 4. Doing very well so far. Most of you will have a lot of points, I have a feeling. This is the tricky one. North, south, east and west. So I guess the question is, do we think everyone's going to go for the first answer? Alphabetical, or even the one that everyone says first?
I don't even know. I can't even remember what I put.
So, of course, the idea here for the anti-sheep is you go for the one you think fewer people will answer. Out of 18 of you, I can tell you that a whopping 8, this is going to hit your points early, went for the same answer, and that was east with 8.
That's what I went for. I know that's what I went for.
Fucking hell.
Just, you know,
I'm so bad at
unfortunate.
anti-sheep.
I know.
Yes.
How can you possibly guess what people are going to go for on this? Like,
It's just having a think, you know, are you brave enough to go for north or south, I guess, because everyone's like, I would have said north would be your one that you picked if it was a normal sheet. I guess maybe.
I think there's an equal chance of any of them. I just wouldn't know.
You don't have a favourite?
At least this one you
I
didn't
don't have a favourite direction.
That's true.
Surprisingly, normally it's to the pub. It's my favourite direction.
Also, I think the fair thing to say is that at least you didn't have to look it up this time, and you are, of course, able to look up answers at any point in this quiz because some of them will be a little bit more complex than these. Let's say. For the record, Alex has already been looking up answers, but he doesn't need to let anyone know that. All right, and the final one, pancakes or waffles, 50-50 chance. What do you reckon the split is? Percentage split, please, for pancakes and waffles. Remember, we did have someone from the Netherlands also playing.
Stroopwafel.
70-30 pancakes.
70-30, I like that as a shout. That sounds quite sensible.
Thank
Best
you.
sort of
Very
answer.
sensible.
However, the truth of it is, oh, it's not that. That's still my AM and PM, which is why you all got the question wrong the first time. Ah, me. Should we try that again? He's doing really well this time around, isn't he? That's the all of you pancakes.
Ooh.
Well done.
Wow.
At
Okay.
least one said they were going to go for pancakes, so we all.
There you go. So let's have a look at what the scores are then, in no particular order, except for the one that we got. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Got to, again, just do my next little bit so I actually get it right this time and not... there we go. So with 81 points shared, So Alex, myself, Mo, and Phil. Very good, all of you. Really impressed. Then we've got Daryl, Jasper, Oscar, who came in early. Ash, Becker, and Catherine doing as well. There's a few points dropped already, guys, but that'll be your East answer.
69. Oh yeah.
Definitely be your East
Hey.
answer. There's always one. Always one. All righty. So let's see. Let's just.
I guess I didn't go for East then.
Maybe you
Yeah.
didn't. Maybe you went for something else. That's the advantage, I guess, of not remembering which answer you actually put. You know, I think.
You're not disappointed in yourself.
All right, so moving on, let's do it from the current slide, the next set of questions. So as you finish that form, you should have noticed the little link that was there. If you haven't already, you can click that now and you can go on to questions 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question 6 is an anti-sheep question.
Oh.
This is where I definitely, now, let's be honest about this. I was really hoping to have a few more players. I'm delighted that you're all here. Thank you very much for joining. It's always appreciated. You've got a better chance of scoring points right now, if I'm honest. And there's every chance that that could mess up every bit of scoring logic in my sheet. So good luck. 50 states. What I haven't actually said is always remember, by the way, that I'm a complete and utter compulsive liar. And there's every chance that I'm leading you awry with everything that you might. All I ask is that you keep your opinions to yourself and allow me to be the one that confuses you. I just like this for the picture. I don't know why I didn't take out the occupied vacant, no possession. I should have changed the colours. Yes.
Can you just confirm with an anti-sheep, the answer has to be correct, right?
That is always, so in an anti-sheep, the answer always has to be correct. There are a few questions, let's be honest, in this quiz where I've actually stipulated it a bit further and said you also, for a few of the sheep ones, will need to get the right answer as well. But for an anti-sheep, always it must be the correct answer or you score 1 point. So moving on from the easy question, 50 to choose from, 18 of you playing. To the next one, question 7, an R-rated Disney film. An R-rated Disney film.
Yeah, I've just Googled that, and literally the first thing that came up was Disney has never produced an R-rated product. So I don't understand what we're supposed to put.
Well, then you've got to dig a bit, then you might have to dig a bit deeper, Kat. There are definitely a few out there. Definitely a few out there.
According to Google.
Well, sometimes that's why you do. That's why it's not always the popular search engine choice. If we know from previous quizzes. Question 8 is a member of the Avengers from the movie franchise, please. There are some comic book ones as well, but we're going specifically with the movie franchise. Question 9 is an animal from Old MacDonald's Farm. And question 10 is a constellation that is on the ecliptic arc. And this is another anti-sheep question. So 2 anti-sheeps. What I'll just do is I'll just quickly nip through those again. That's question 6, a US state, anti-sheep, please. Question 7, an R-rated Disney film. Question 8 is a member of the Avengers from the movie franchise. Question 9 is an animal from Old MacDonald's Farm. Question 10 is a constellation on the ecliptic arc. All right, so if you can get those answers submitted, and then we'll go on to the scores. I'll give you a few moments there just to finish finding out what Google's telling you isn't always accurate, at least not in the first instance. And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to double check that my scoring is set up correctly, which I believe it is. That's good. And we're just going to wait for a few more of those answers to come in. A few of you already submitted. Well done. Thank you very much. Let's see how we're doing. A few of you look like you might have tried to zoom through the quiz a bit early. We might need to redo that. I'm just watching now, see as your answers come in, make sure they are actually coming in correctly. There we go. Yep, 4 of you in. Well done. Thank you very much. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. to get exciting now. I've got my live, it's up to 5. So I have a number of screens set up here, one to do the presentation of the quiz, one for me to do all my workings, and I've even had to use my tablet to do as a live count of how many answers I've got, people I've got submitted answers from, just so I'm not always trying to flick between different sheets and do other things. So 5 in out of the 13 of you that have played live. Seems a bit right and wrong, or 11 of you actually. That would make more sense. With all the duplicates, yes, that's why. Alrighty. Whilst you guys are doing that, oh yeah, a few more coming in, a few more definitely coming in. A few of you agreeing with each other. I'm liking it. Well done. I think 2 more of you to go. Looking good. Have you all remembered to use the same email address? I hope, and you're not going to make me cry because you're the ones that won't get any points. I mean, if there was more of you, then I definitely wouldn't be able to do that quick enough. Heck, you've already seen that I can't do it quick enough anyway. So that's another thing. Again, let's try and pretend that that's not the truth, which it completely is. Just waiting on the last 2 now. I might have to just double check what we've got. I'm also not sure if actually everyone's now on the Zoom rather than on the YouTube as well, actually. I think if you are still only on the YouTube and not on the Zoom, then yeah, just give us a shout. Or is there 1 maybe? Which is fine. Hello, you're lovely to be there. Thank you very much. As soon as Frankie switched, he completely threw me. So I think yes, there might be just 1 still on the YouTube. Should be Alex, if I'm right. So we're just waiting on that last one. Frankie.
I've submitted.
Oh, you submitted as well. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in, yeah. How many have we got? 10. So who am I missing as an
It's
answer?
me you're missing. I don't understand what the elliptic arch is.
Oh, that's me misleading you. What, for the animal?
Questions, you're going to have to wait for me because I don't get it.
Which one? Which one are you stuck on?
I don't understand what an ecliptic arch is.
The ecliptic arc. That's the line that as the Earth rotates around the sun, that's where, as it says looks on the picture, it looks through to the other side, and it's a circle that it follows all the time. I'm trying to avoid saying certain words. There's a reason I'm trying to avoid certain words.
Right.
Okay. To be fair, so the if no one else minds, for the 10 of you, it's all that. So the ecliptic arc is also where you can see the some of the star signs of the zodiac. They match the constellations you see.
Gotcha. Right.
And we'll come to that in a minute. So as it's just you and it's just 1, I will allow that one to go. And then you'll learn. There we go. Thank you very much. Alrighty. Okay, all of you in. Brilliant. All right. Let's throw those answers into the calculator. So one of the advantages also of doing quite a few more multiple choices, it means there's less answer matching and having to worry about that. But let's just see if my system is now holding up. Just that looks pretty good, actually. Feeling quite good about that. Let's check my... I'm gonna have to close that down for a sec. So I will be very honest, we're going to find out how badly my maths is. So this maths has been working one way for a while. Yep, this is going to be fun. This could well break my calculation engine. So when I give you the scores, I might have to quietly go away and check them later. But for now, let's see what that comes out with. All right, I'm just doing a quick checkup now of how it looks.
Need some hold music.
I do. Well, this thing. So it was really silly. There's a thing I found that actually brought me. I bought some like really music you can put into games if you program and stuff from like a charity site, and I haven't listened to them yet to try and work out what it is. But right now I'm already struggling enough with 3 different Excel sheets, a presentation, and a couple of PowerPoints, right?
You're doing well, mate. You're doing
Thank
well.
you, mate. I appreciate it. It's all appreciated. Right. Thankfully, it looks as if most of my spelling catches have worked. So I'm going to try and take the risk that none of you will see that I've got it wrong when we get there. Let's kick you off and find my other PowerPoint presentation. So what I mean by watching it all melt in front of me, because I'm trying very hard to get it all going. Okay. I'm just going to speed through this because actually you've been waiting long enough for me to try and, oh, come on, slideshow from the current slide. Right, answers in now. So for the US states, 50 to choose from, 18 of you playing, there's a high chance you're all going to do quite well, which means you actually technically have all done quite badly, because I have no idea what it's going to do to the scores. There's a bit of logic in there that assumes that not everyone will get unique answers. So let's see how that comes out in a minute as I get to the scores and I try and check that behind the scenes, shall we? That's not a bad way for the US states. Obviously, with a few more players, I would have expected, let's say, 5 times as many players. I'd have expected a few
Who put
more.
Manitoba?
Yeah, who went for Manitoba?
Unfortunately, you should never believe the quizmaster, ever. Okay, this one is one of those ones where I've not guessed the number of answers I might get, so it will look interesting. But for your Disney films, Good Morning Vietnam with 4, Pretty Woman with 3, Struber with 3, Lion King with 2. Is that an R-rated film? I'm not so sure, but
Does it need to be right, George?
no, it doesn't actually. So that's the fun game of this. But why in some of the questions coming up, you will only score a point if you get it wrong, because otherwise it's too easy to cheat the system, let's say.
Okay, yeah.
But because the whole point about a sheep question is that you all, the majority of you, especially with, let's say, 100 or 1,000 people, which is the dream, of course, because we want to try and raise lots of money for charity, that more of you will get it right. So if you're wrong, then you're wrong in a small minority, let's say, and you just won't get enough points. That's the theory behind the sheep question and larger volume of players. All right, so for the Avengers, anyone like to take a guess at what they think might be an Avenger character? Iron Man. Sounds sensible. And look at that, 12 of you with Iron Man. Thor 2, Captain America 2. Ah, there you go, Mr. Captain America, look at that. See, I had a C. All right, fine, I'll fix that one in but a moment. So what I'll do is, because of course, that's totally solvable. I'll pretend like it doesn't exist. Why is it doing that? Okay, there you go. This is the first meltdown moment where it decides to not give me the graph that I need, that I'm trying to present. It's having a moment. Definitely having a moment. Oh dear.
It's a bit sheepish.
It is a bit sheepish, isn't it? This is where it's a bit disappointing, where all of a sudden my Iron Man's fine.
Iron Man is fine.
It's all fine. It'll all get fixed. So if I can't, what I'll do is I'll just tell you what the answers are for this one, because all of a sudden, everything. This is why you don't build stuff off Microsoft, and you move to more hosted services, because it just don't work properly. Yeah, this is how oh no, that's disappointing. That's had a real moment. Okay.
Good Morning Vietnam wasn't a Disney movie, was it?
It's actually owned, I think, by a Disney corporation now, so it falls under the category. Otherwise, it would have been a very hard one to fall. Or maybe it was. Maybe Touchstone was actually a Disney company sort of subset at the time. Right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly try and get out of jail by kicking that, and you can see that it didn't work. And we'll quickly just give you a fill-in. So for the animals on McDonald's farm, obviously, a few of them, but if you didn't say sheep, I'm disappointed in you all. Thankfully, 7 of you did say sheep. Another 7 with cow, 2 pigs, 1 chicken, and 1 dog.
Oh,
so
what?
bless you all there.
It's a good farm.
Mm-hmm. And question 10. So what I've got to do whilst I set you off on the next few questions is work out what's having a special moment on my thing. Okay, so here we go. So question 10, the ecliptic arc. So there was a reason why, and I got in trouble for this, obviously, from a few people with my Harry Potter question, and I was very careful about how I wrote the question. By saying it was a constellation on the ecliptic arc, I didn't ask for a sign of the zodiac, which is why I was so hesitant in trying to give Gina what it actually meant. Because if I said name a star sign and I did something else, or a constellation of a star sign, then it would limit the number of questions. The truth is there's actually 13, not the 12. So there's the 12 classic signs of the zodiac, Leo, Scorpius, Cancer, Gemini, etc. But however you pronounce fish, I should have looked it up, Officius, there is actually a 13th where, and I looked it up on a picture, there's a tiny little leg of the constellation that does cross the arc. So people have always tried to suggest in a lot of different theory books that there's actually 13 signs of the zodiac. So the reason why, You're on mute again, Matt.
Wikipedia says it's on there.
There you go. So that's why they were done the signs of the zodiac and whether it became star signs, because as the Earth went around the sun, it pointed at a new constellation for a certain period of time. That period of time became the sign of the zodiac, but because of this tiny one, and there's another one that they suggest is, but if you look at it, it doesn't quite cross. It was for a wrong period of time, so they chose not to do it. All right, I'm going to pull up the scores if I can, because hopefully the scores will be working correctly, if not my graph, which is very disappointing. Let's see how we're doing score-wise. I will tell you now straight away, this is my first disclaimer for the whole quiz, because of you all doing so well of there being whatever, that this could have messed up my numbers for the anti-sheep answer on that last one. And probably even on this one as well. So we'll see. Fine. So here we go. Let's paste those in. See what we've got. Again, what I would love is to have a way that this was all so much more automated, and not me trying desperately to have things not break on me. To be fair, it did quite well last time, but there's your current scores at the moment. Jasper are leading with 126, all the way down to Catherine Stevens with 99, top 10. Doing very well, some of you. Others of you need to pick up your game and do a bit better on an anti-sheep, is what I can say.
Absolutely. I will.
Disappointed in you, Frankie. Disappointed in you. All right. Okay. Next.
Alex?
What were the star sign results? I think you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, did I not say the star sign results? I'm so sorry. Three of you, because again, my pie charts are going loopy. 3 of you were on Scorpius, 2 Capricorn or Capricornus, because that's the constellation. Leo 2, Cancer 2, Gemini 2, Aries, Pisces, Aries. There's 2 for Aries. I'm sorry, I've just seen a spelling issue there, Phil. Sorry. 2 Aries, 1 Pisces, Virgo, Libra, 1 Officius, and somebody put Caster. I think you meant oil, didn't you, Frankie? You were thinking oil.
I was under pressure. I was feeling it. Kids screaming, everything. I didn't know what I was writing. There
you go. Well, no worries. That's why I didn't even put multiple choice for this one, because I didn't want you to know about the 13th by unless you'd sort of caught it in one of your lookups. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom through. Honestly, I'm going to zoom through the next set of questions once, because they're all in the form. You can now, if you haven't already, you can click through to that next form from the current slide. And we have in question 11, an item of clothing. This is another one where actually, if I'd been rude enough to ask for gender as well, that could have, in your introduction form, that could have easily shown you the split of people and what you might pick. Question 12, something you associate with Denmark. And this is one of those ones where if you say the flag, you will get a point. So something you associate with Denmark. The reason you can't say the flag is because I'm showing you the flag. Question 13, one of your 2 sport questions, is an NBA team. An NBA team. That's a normal sheep question. Don't try and be too clever. And for this, I think you've got a multiple choice. So yeah, you're fine. Question 14, a video game character. Plenty to choose from throughout the entire realms of history. Go for it. And question 15, you're 50-50, Mozart versus Beethoven. No, not really hard there at all. All right, so if you want to get those answers submitted while I desperately try and work out why my result pie charts are not working as they should, I'm going to just quickly try and do that. I'm also going to fix that Aries answer as well that I've spotted. This is where I definitely need all of that holding music, because otherwise you just hear me nattering away and clicking on the keyboard. Oh, thank you so much. I couldn't have actually said it any better.
I recognise that tune. I can't place it.
American TV
that-
show answering questions.
I'm sure I know it from Saturday Night Live, as opposed to the actual show itself.
Probably. Jeopardy.
That's
I
it.
think it probably is, yeah.
Jeopardy.
It is. And it's the Celebrity Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live that I've seen. Your question 15's thrown me.
Mozart, Beethoven. Oh, you got to make a choice.
I know, it's because the question is Mozart or Beethoven, and then the answer is Beethoven or Mozart. It's kind of
Yeah, exactly.
playing with my mind.
Not going to give it to you easy, for sure. Definite moment of concern as this really is not having fun. Okay, that's better. Not sure why, but oh, that's such a shame that that is being so difficult.
Switch it off and on again.
Yeah, if only I could do that right now, that would be an idea, wouldn't it? All right, so let's see how many of you done. Oh, it looks like most of you have done your answers as well, which means I need to pick up my pace and try and fix. Okay, let's see. Let's see if you've. That's fine. You've done it twice. That's okay. All right, let's put these answers in, and I'm going to see if I can find a way to do this, even if I can't get the other bit to work. Definitely need music. So yeah, I'll happily take suggestions for music as well as questions. I think that's a good way to do it. What music would go well with this? That's the next game for sure. All right, let's refresh all of you and see how you're looking. Game one, answers fixed. That looks good. Oh, someone's, that's fine. I can accept that. That's right. Looks like I've got 2 answers to tidy up. Bear with me 10 seconds, people, as I will do that. But a moment.
It's going to be my game character, guaranteed.
It possibly could be, but I'm not going to comment. So that one's that. And what's the other one? It's that. Yeah. You know, when you think you've got all the different possible bits done, that should be everything now for a quick, speedy move through. I just already know that my graphs are being silly, and I've only managed to fix one of them in time. I don't really want to have to redo the whole sheet as I go through it. That will be far too much of a challenge. But let's see what option number 1 does. Okay, let's take the risk either way for now. And let's refresh questions. See, the problem is I already can see that if it works, it's still going to look hideous compared to what it was. Oh, do you know what I missed? It's so wrong, Fated. I've got 2 questions to fix, which is on this one as well. All of your different shirts and t-shirts. Dag it, that one I missed. Okay, let's see how that goes on. Oh, dear me, I was so happy with a lot of it. I thought I was doing quite well, but no. Right, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. That should be it, I think. Refresh you. That looks so much better. That looks hideous because I can't fix it fast enough. Let's present it from here, and you can see where I'm stuck with my presentation. But we have 6 t-shirts, 5 trousers, 2 coats, 2 shirts. They're not the same. A pair of jeans, a top, and whatever that top one is, the shoes. There you go. Not bad, not bad. A few of you all sharing your t-shirt there. My clue, obviously, with what I was wearing. Thank you very much for paying attention to me. I do appreciate it. It helps with the ego for sure.
Can I join the t-shirt crew with my top?
With your top.
That's what I meant.
No.
I meant a t-shirt.
Did you now?
A top. They're the same thing. Top t-shirt?
Yep.
No, are they not?
I wrote trousers. I meant top.
Yes.
I meant t-shirt as well.
You don't mean top. We've got 1 point at the moment.
Yeah.
Got 1 point. 1 point. No, and you're Denmark. Someone's got a tiny little spelling into 2 of those. I've got to just update. Oh, me. There we go. There we go. Done. That will do that one. Oh, me. All right, let's update you. God, can you imagine if I had a few more? I really hope there's someone out there who can help me make this much more efficient. And then, yeah, probably maybe had a chance of doing it for a few more people. Let's see how we did with Denmark, shall we, people? Any shout outs for a Denmark answer? Maybe. Do we have?
Bacon.
Pastry.
For? Danish pastry, very clever. Any other options out there? Maybe.
Peter Schmeichel.
Very good football answer. Unlikely with the audience here that you'll have as many.
I went for Legos.
I like that answer. So let's see, as he realizes he's still got another spelling error he's missed. It's quite amazing. I've tried so many different ones, but that will... Oh, no, sorry, 1, 3, because somebody has done that. So Lego was a very, very popular answer, I have to admit, and is going to be top of the charts, but there's one that's got to get close now because I've missed its spellings, which is why I'm now holding off from announcing it for sure, because there could just be... There we go. Could just be almost tied even with that answer if I'm all 1 off. Look at that.
Is it any wonder I picked Lego when I just finished this?
The answers. Here we go.
Everything.
4 for Lego and 4 for pastries. Copenhagen, very good. Naughty, but I like it. It works. There you go. Peter Schmeichel, good answer. Just not as popular as it could be. With the
I
audience.
didn't actually write that one.
Oh,
so-
did you not? Oh, wow, there you go. Oh, you could have given Peter 2 points there, but no. I love that. That's really good. Giving out an answer that isn't even the one that you did. Very nice, Ash. That's brilliant.
It's probably horrible. I had Hamlet, but figured the crowd is a football crowd and went with Copenhagen.
There you go. There you go. All right. So the NBA teams. Let's see how you're doing on NBA teams there, people.
Bulls.
I like the shout. Bulls sounds good.
Whatever was the first one.
I didn't hear that.
Washington Wizards.
Becca, I would have thought for sure you put the Knicks because, you know, like Joey says, the Knicks rule.
Yeah, the Knicks rule. There is one Knicks. I don't know who's put it. I'm gonna
Good job it wasn't me.
There we go. All right.
I did it because I thought you definitely put it.
There you go. Thinking, wow.
What a Friends fan are you?
I don't know what NBA means.
Tell you what.
When you Knicks as part of the NBA, I would have put it, but I don't know.
Yeah, the Knicks rule.
What I'll try and do, Kat, is I'll try and find a question to balance out that mistake then. All right, I'll see what I can do. All right. So a video game character. There's quite an easy decider here. I'm not even going to waste time asking for it. There's only one that you should be answering here, in my opinion, and I'm so happy with most of you. Thank you very much. Lara Croft has got 3 good points there. Sonic 1. Yeah, well, might come to that as well shortly. And Pac-Man with 1. Again, great choice, but that's where the older farts comment at the beginning might have given you the clue. Can't quite go as far back as that. All right. And finally, your 50-50 choice, Mozart, Beethoven. Oh, that's interesting. I've got a spelling issue on a 50-50, which is quite bizarre. Give me a moment. that means I've done, yes, that I know exactly what that means I've done now. That's very clever of me. In fact, that's almost perfect.
Maybe your computer can't handle the question.
Do you know what? I think if you were experiencing today's meltdown with those pie charts going wrong, and it's only a few of them, which is weird.
No, Ash.
Not my
Ash,
audience.
not your audience. He said Handel because Handel's a composer.
Okay.
I was just quietly admitting my own panic, and I missed it. I'm sorry, Ash. Too clever, too clever. So 50-50, Mozart and Beethoven. The answers are not visible. That's hilarious. This is the first time ever where I would say, it's on my screen. Why is it not on your screen?
George, I can't see the list. Oh, there it is.
That's weird. That's really weird. Ah, that's why, because I had it on a presentation thing. Mozart 12, Beethoven 6. I forgot I even had that in there. Look at that. All right, so a few of you will be getting some ideas of the points that you've dropped, and fair play to you if you have. Let's see what the actual situation is scores-wise. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I've lost touch. That's exactly what's happening here.
With reality or society, Frankie? There's a chance for either.
Both, apparently.
Fantastic. Let's see. Jasper still leading with 167. Alex J jumping up the charts, 165.
Alex Johnson. Oh, is it that, Alex?
There's another one, but no. Matt, Daryl, Mo, Becca, Kath, Checker, Phil, all looking good. There's some points dropped there for sure. So next questions. Again, you know the drill now. If you're ready to, you can jump onto that link that you've been holding, and we'll get on to the next set of questions from the current slide, which are question 16. A number on an analog clock face. That's an anti-sheep. A number on an analog clock face. Question 17, a Billboard #1 from 2000 to 2020. Live your best lives through music. Question 18 is a sovereign state on the African continent. Feel free to sing along at home. I better quickly hit the mute button before Frankie actually starts singing.
I was about to, but I better not.
You've gone now. All right. Question 19 is a moon of Saturn. Just want to remind you of that, a moon of Saturn. It's not that one. Looks pretty though. And question 20 is a cocktail. All right, let's just quickly zoom through those because I'm feeling a bit more confident that some of the things will work. Question 16 is a number on an analog clock face. Question 17 is a Billboard #1, 2000 to 2020. There are quite a few of them there. Got to be popular. Question 18 is a sovereign state on the African continent. Again, popular. Question 19 is a moon of Saturn. And question 20, a cocktail. All sheeps, if I'm right. Oh no, an anti-sheep at the beginning. I'm so sorry. All right. All right, so get those answers submitted. I'm watching for seeing how many come in. Let's see where we're doing. None yet, but I've got faith in you all. First two are in. Well done, guys. Really appreciate it. Really good. Well done, well done, well done. Again, never believe the quiz master is all I can tell you. I'd much rather have a way that had even more error checking. I could just let you type in your answers, but some of those sovereign states, if I'd let you do that, that could have been painful, I think. So better I do it that way around and I'd try and trip you up a different way. I think if anyone's playing on their phones, I'd be curious to hear how the drop down is working, because that's a tester. I thought it'd be nicer for some of these answers than just all the different bullet points taking up the whole screen. So if it works quite well and you can scroll through it, love to hear. I'm sure it does. Not practice that one. All righty, two of you got your answers in still. I think a few of you are still having to look up. A few more. Double check that I'm really not messing you up with some of the things I've put. You're right to not trust me is all I can tell you. Definitely. Interesting. Okay, let's see how you all are doing. Oh, still at 2. This is interesting. It's clearly a tougher set of questions, which means I've got time to check that my My results might look all right. Seems better right now. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that for now and cross my fingers that it actually will continue to work okay. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick bit of checking ahead to see what we've got, some spellings that I need to worry about. They all look pretty good, actually, so they're quite good. How are we doing? Oh, definitely a few more in now. 6 in. That's great, guys. Well done, well done. Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. 5 of you left to go. 4. Live countdown of 3. This is it. This is exciting. Can you imagine if you're on YouTube and 20 seconds behind, you'd have just heard that there's 3, but actually there was already 2 left to go, and it's you. Oh, the pressure. I think that's one of the things I've got to work out, is if I was to get a lot more, it might be easier just to close down the entire Zoom, put everyone on YouTube. I know it loses a bit of the interaction point, but then yeah, or you just have to accept the extra 20 seconds wait for every set of questions. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 2 left to go, guys. 2 left to go. You're doing very well. I think there's one last person. Don't know who it is. I'm not going to judge, except I know who it is, so I might. No, I'm only kidding. It's not Frankie this time, so I won't. I think that's it. That's 11. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. Well done. Thank you. Some great answers there, and actually well spelt. I think. Let's see what the system thinks of all those answers, shall we? Yeah, definitely done that. Interesting. This is fixed. Quick read through. Yes, that looks fine. Okay, I've just got a quick couple of fixes for the songs, unsurprisingly. They all look fine. They look pretty good. They look fantastic. They look actually rather fantastically well answered there, guys. So give me a second. Just the music round to do, which of course is one of the earlier ones on the list. Almost there. Again, definitely need some music. I totally agree with all of you thinking that going is really quiet when it all happens like that. Did I just? That's really weird. That's quite funny. But I did. Well, it's funny for me because I can see it, but for the rest of you, you have no idea what bizarre, sad things that I'm looking at and why it's actually not that interesting at all. Right, I think that's fixed. If it's not, I'm going to cry quietly, but then you've already seen a meltdown, so it's 5 into nothing. Refresh everything. Let's go into that first one, question 16, analog clock face. This is one of those lovely ones where if you were in on quiz number 1, I think I put pick a number between 3 and 17 and left 2 as one of the options at the bottom, and people still managed to do it. I'll always do that because I want to try and catch you out because I'm just mean. So let's see, analog answers on a clock face. Did anybody pick number 13 is the question, because it's not there. You might see it for a digital one if it came up, which is why the question was, and the answer is no. Well done, all of you. 5, look at that, 5, most popular with 6. 4 people picking 8, 3 on 4, 2 on 7, and 1 for 6, 10, and 2. 5, interesting. I would never have guessed, to be honest, because I really wouldn't have. All right, now that I've got it. That's interesting. All of my data fixing that I did has not even applied. Excel meltdown moment number 2, because you've got to quickly search out why that's not the case. All I'll tell you is that there's quite a few mixes of answers here. Why is that not even getting close to Egypt, George? I know why. Right, I'm going to take you, put that, Sorry, guys. To be fair, actually, there's only, I think there's actually even answer correct for blind light. There we go, done. There's actually probably too many answers here for it to be sensible on the graph that I've got. So I'm going to just quickly try and change that as well. I can't change 3D chart combos. That's news to me. All right, I'll have to learn that one. Bar, stacked, done. It won't be as visible, but it's cleaner. So we've got shape of view with 3, Old Town Road with 2, and then a lot of 1s, basically. Again, this is one of those ones where with a lot more people, there'd have been a much better chance that you'd have actually picked up similar answers, or at least got a few each. So yeah, let's move on from that one. Not as many points, but that's, I'm afraid, down to numbers. All right, question 18, zooming through it. A country on the sovereign state on the African continent. Any guesses? Mute yourselves.
Egypt.
I like it. I like it. It's good. It's not as popular as South Africa. South Africa. 9 of you. 9 of you. 3 with Egypt. That's very good. Should be pat on the back there for having the most popular answer that didn't share the name. Alrighty. Let's see. Question 19. A moon of Saturn. There's actually a movie that's got a name after one of them. That's AE. It's Titan, AE. So 14 for Titan, 3 for Atlas, and 1 for Calypso. And finally, question 20. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna, there's so few of you, I'm gonna be nice, whoever that is. I'm gonna, unless someone wants to tell me it's completely different. I'll tell you what, let's see what you all think. Put it to the popular vote. We've got all of these: 6 mojitos, 3 martinis, 6 on the beach, Cosmo, margarita, Bloody Mary, a French martini. I'm not a cocktail expert. Can we match those up together?
Absolutely not. They're completely different.
Nah, I put French martini. It's definitely me. And they're definitely different drinks.
Thank you very much for your honesty, Frankie.
But
for that, I'll find.
I can drink a French martini. I can't drink a martini. So
there we go. All right.
I thought that would have been a popular answer.
Do you know
I'm definitely not a sheep.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's interesting is that with a few more people, you never know. With a few more people from different areas, that could easily be the answer. So it's
went for pina colada. I thought that with the weather and everything, that would be a popular choice, but clearly
very clever as well. Yeah,
I went for sex on the beach because it's got the word sex in it.
Standard Alex answer.
All right, you're the winner.
Let's see. Is he though? Has he managed to take the lead off Jasper? No, he hasn't. It's close. 6 points in it. I've started to drop points, so
Big George still now.
Doing well. I've been like middling for all of them anyway.
It's beating George still.
It's all you need to worry about.
At the table for the whole thing.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. You've got your link now for questions 21, 25. The difficulty factor will start to ramp up a little bit now, guys. So I really wanted to get your focus on now. This is where it will start to get really serious. All right.
Oh, good.
Okay. If it wasn't already. So question 21. It's a currency in Europe. A currency used in Europe, but you cannot have either GBP, sterling, pounds, or euros. One of the others, please. They're all listed there. A currency in Europe, or are they all listed there? Not GBP, not euros.
Does it have to be a current one?
But you're not going to get many points if you go for a non-current one in those sort of scenarios. And there's a multiple choice, so
Oh, I see.
in that one. So question 22, anti-sheep. One of those friends, please. Again, I would have loved to have seen, I will redo this question if we get for another quiz when we hopefully get more. I really want to see how this one will play out. But with 18 of you, one of the 6 friends, please. It's question 22. It's an anti-sheep. Pick carefully. There you are. Somehow I kind of saw that coming, Cap. Question 23. A type of flower. Spelling's important now. A type of flower. Question 24. bit of looking up for this one, maybe. A Roman god that does not share a name with a gravitationally rounded object in our solar system. So Jupiter, for example, the lovely fellow here, is, as you all well know, a large gravitationally rounded planet in our solar system. So it would not be correct, which is why I can use him as a picture. You will only get...
Is that the only wrong answer that will get you 1 point?
No, that is...
This one has to be right.
This is a good one to be right, please.
It has to be correct.
Now you want to get it correct. There's only a few.
God or
Yeah, I know,
goddess?
but I'm just saying it's a normal.
This has to be correct. Yeah, this has to be correct.
This one has to be correct.
This one has to be correct. I've given you Jupiter to point out that exact fact. It has to be correct. And question 25, morning or evening? What type of person are you? Morning person or an evening person? Or which type of person is everyone else? Obviously, you all know each other really well, so you can easily answer that. But is that still the answer you pick? Morning or evening? Let's just quickly zip through those again. Question 21, is a currency in Europe not GBP or euros? Question 22, the anti-sheep in the pack, one of the 6 friends. The most important spelt question is a type of flower, not a type of flower, because that would be wrong. I want a type of flower. Question 24 is a Roman god that does not share a name with a gravitationally rounded object in our solar system. That has to be written that way, which we'll explain later. And question 25, morning or evening? Alrighty. Wow, you're really quick with the answers on this round. I haven't even had time to get anywhere. And look at that. That was me thinking you'd have to start spending time looking it up, but most of you have already done it. Look at that. Wow. Fair play to all of you. In fact, have you all done it? No, one person left.
Piss me off.
Hmm?
My phone's pissing me off, sorry.
I'm just waiting for that final one to come in. Oh, don't want to do that. Who's left? There we are. Look at you. You're all very quick. It's so easy when there's a few of you. And I'm still able to get it completely wrong. I want to know who's done that anyway, just for the fun of it. If it was Frankie, you get a hug later, mate. That was brilliant. Let's see. Okay, input the answers, see what we've all got. So it's everything I could try and improve on this, from like a system that, you know, picks up the answers from the sheet, puts them in my sheet / database, starts doing all sorts of stuff, calculating it and spitting out the answers to save me have to do. The wonderful joys of automation. I wonder if there was any way to work on that. All right, let's see, refresh.
A hackathon idea?
It sounds it, doesn't it? But, you know, trying to get someone to do something like that, not sure. Sorry, so I'm going to keep that one off for now. Right, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. I will find out that one of them doesn't look as good, and I'll cry about it later. Let's try and see what we got for those answers. So, oh, I've got a chat coming in. Cool. Thank you. All right, fine. I'll talk to you later then, please. That'd be amazing, man. Happy to give you a good.
Is that for Mo?
Yeah, I'll happily give you a guidance.
I'm going to say Mo's a statistics man,
Yeah.
so he's probably the person to speak to about computery statisticsy stuff.
Yeah. I'm quite pleased with how a lot of it works, but I already know that it needs to be a lot smoother. But anyway, we'll discuss that another time. All right, question 21 then. Let's see how you've all done with your European currencies. So Swiss francs with 8, 5 Czech krona, some Dutch as well. And the reason I should have actually put the names in and I didn't, which is going to get to me, that the fact that I know there's a Swedish krona in there as well is just my own, whichever. And I'm going to ignore all the others because my brain is worried about whether the next question presents correctly. Which it looks pretty good. Okay then, so one of the 6 friends. So which one? I would like to have a couple of guesses. Do you think is have a guess at which one, if it was a sheep, you think you'd pick, and which one, if it was an anti-sheep, you think you'd pick? Or would you do the same for both? Are you brave enough?
Rachel for both, 100%.
Damn, I was going to say Rachel for both as well.
Damn it!
Yep, damn it! Rachel for both is not the right answer.
I did some subliminal messaging and it worked. Yeah.
Somehow, Joey and Chandler with a vote each. So you're really good. That's going to get you a whopping 18 points. Well done. Bring you right up the scoring chart. Rachel Green, Ross Geller
I
doing
said about
very.
Joey earlier for this reason, and then I thought, everyone's going to think I'm going to go for it, so I'm going to go for it, and then nobody else did. Yeah.
Maggie, as they say.
Yes, Joey.
How are
I
you
spent
doing?
going between Phoebe and Chandler, and clearly it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right. So type of flower. Now, lots to choose from. Any guesses anywhere? There's the one clear winner. It's a rose with 13. Whoever, and I'm going to look it up now, whoever put self-raising, I love you for playing the game that way. It gets you no points, but you.
That was me, but it wasn't even me trying to be funny. I genuinely thought.
But it's not an anti-sheep question. That's the problem. I think the unfortunateness is it's
because of the bag of flour that was on the image.
Sorry,
FLOWER.
Was it?
Yeah.
FLOWER.
With a massive bag of flour behind it.
Honest to God, I read that as in.
I will always try and trip you up with the images, which is why you should never really pay attention to my presentation.
That's why, right?
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, sure.
Talking about gods.
Sorry, mate. I'm really sorry.
Isn't it?
I did actually have 2 bags of, let's say, self-raising and wholemeal that I was going to use instead, but I thought putting names on it would, give it away too much, so I left it with that.
Isn't it? Well
I've got 1. I'm happy. Thank you. With a few more, you'll probably share some points. Question 24 is the tricky one. To be fair, I haven't actually done that bit yet, so that looks pretty good. This is a anti-sheep, I believe, if memory serves correctly. Or is it a sheep? No, it's a sheep. Oh, that's my mistake. All right, fine. So we've got Apollo with 8, Cupid with 6, Vulcan with 2, Minerva with 1, and Juno with 1. Now, I don't remember seeing Cupid on the list, so I'm going to have to go and check it.
He is.
Cupid's on there.
Totally was.
Well, I'm going to go and check it
Also,
anyway.
it's a sheep, so it doesn't matter.
It's
no, wait, you said it had to be right.
I said it had to be right.
It was on the list.
It was on the list. I'll double check it, but I'll believe you. All right. For now, I'll believe you all, and then I'll work out who of you were lying to me.
I think in Greek,
well, the fact the 3 of us put it, and we have no clue, and we must have got it off Wikipedia.
Somewhere.
In Greek, it's Eros, and in Roman, it's Cupid.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Fine. All right. Well,
I just googled Roman gods, literally,
Nice
and
work.
picked the first one that wasn't a planet.
Nice.
So this is a question, I can't remember who told it to me now, and I love the idea of the joke of it, which is why the next question, which is more morning or evening, I'm wondering which one you will put. Let's see. Let's just go for a quick update of the scores. And the answer is, well, you're all playing late at night on a quiz. Of course, it's evening with 15. That's right, not morning. So that's why the picture for the presentation was also a rather differently looking one for a morning or evening. So this was the story that someone told me that NASA very specifically named the probe that went to Jupiter Juno, because that's Jupiter's wife going to look through the clouds and look through what he was hiding, which I thought was a really nice touch.
But do you know why they did that? It's because all of Jupiter's moons are named after all of the demigods that he had sex with and had babies with.
And Juno's
not just
up there to check on
him, but going to check on his harem as well.
I love that. I thought it was the best question, the best bit of trivia that someone had told me recently.
Here he goes.
Juno what?
And the boys going. All right. Let's just have a quick look if I can get those scores sorted for you. We are there. We're coming up to the final 5 now, guys, and of course, it's getting really serious. There's a big chance of points to be dropped. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. It's interesting. I've got a duplication there somewhere. I'll fix that shortly. Let's see. Current scores as they stand. Has Alex got a chance to take the lead? Has Alex got a chance to catch up? It's all very tense. It is. Alex still behind. 5 points in it. Matt there, in with a chance with a good sheepish, I think, maybe.
Where's George still gone?
Oh, he's dropped off. He's picked answers specifically to be wrong at times so that he doesn't stay in the top 10. However, I was enjoying the Juno question, so I did go for Juno, and that didn't get me many points. But that's because I actually thought it was an anti-cheat when I did it. So that's my mistake. Anyway, moving on. So final 5 questions. You know the drill now. You've all got the forms. You'll get ready for me to send you some more misleading pictures as you're doing it, and that's all part of the thing. So let's see how we get on with here. I would like a Bronte book, please. A book by one of the Bronte sisters. Any one of the sisters. No one's judging. Question 27. A Winter Olympics event. An official Winter Olympics event, not one from the Mario and Sonic game, though I thought the pictures were fun. Question 28. A Dutch national holiday that does not share its name with a UK bank holiday. This is one of the ones, please, that must be correct. So Christmas, for example, and this is their Sinterklaas ritual, will be given 1 point. Do not put it, or do and get 1 point. A Dutch national holiday does not share a name with a UK bank holiday. Question 29. An anti-sheep, a supporting character from Friends who has appeared in more than one season. A supporting character from Friends who has appeared in more than one season. And finally, question 30, cats or dog? Cats or dogs? Let's quickly go through those again. Question 26 is a Bronte book. One of the Bronte sisters, please. Question, and it's a normal shape. 27 is a Winter Olympics event. Question 28 is a Dutch national holiday that does not share its name with a UK bank holiday. Question 29 is a supporting character from Friends who has appeared in more than one season. And question 30, cats or dogs, your final 50-50. All right, okay, and that will be the ones running up. I'm actually quite pleased with all of my mistakes at the beginning and slightly fewer people, and you're answering your questions quickly. I'm ahead of time, which is really quite good. All right, so there we go, guys. Get your final questions in. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to check how badly my scoring has gone with some of those anti-sheeps and so few answers. One was it? It was you. No, that was an easy sheet. That one was fine. Question 6. Question 6. My US states. Those darn US states. Actually, I'm quite pleased. The scoring looks to have worked for my US states. I don't even need to worry about trying to correct it and sort it out. I'm hashtag smug mode a little bit right now. I thought that'd be a lot worse. I've survived with that. Obviously by me putting the wrong answer so that I can make sure there were some anti-sheeps in there, bad ones, but that's, yeah, that wasn't on purpose at all, no. All right. 2 of you got your answers in. That's really good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Oh, look at that. As I said, 4 of you. Brilliant. Oh, just zooming in now. We're still on 4. Obviously, you're trying to look up from the range of potential answers. Again, quite a few to choose from that anti-sheep scenario, which could easily come to backfire me with so few. So I will be using that question again. So you can do your time to get your research on it for sure for a later quiz.
On the PayPal, George, at the end.
Sorry, you lost power? No, you're still there. I can still see you.
No, I said I've just done the PayPal, just done the donation.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yes, of course. I didn't even remember. Of course, as you're going through that final set of questions, you will have seen, if you haven't already done it, for the 9 of you, damn it. So there's only 2 left. Why am I talking about it? But maybe for anyone who's decided to come and watch this YouTube, the way that the charity donation will work, guys, is that as part of the quiz, there is a multiple choice at the end of, I think it's 7 charities, and you have the chance to pick one or more of those charities, and whichever one comes out with the most points will be the one that gets the donation. As there are only... Sorry, say that again.
Don't worry, I'm being stupid.
No worries. As there's so few, I might just top it up with a little bit, and that's just what I'll do, because I wanted, obviously,
What a guy.
a lot more people playing, so we can make it a proper donation. And part of the rest of it will go as a prize for the winner, which might just end up being another bottle of wine because of the numbers, and give a bit more to charity. So let's see how we're doing. I think that's all of you with your answers in. Well done. Thank you all very much for being so quick. He says, having lost his sheet where he got all the answers. There we go.
I've lost the thing. I can't pay.
If you can't, if you've gone through the thing, you can either hold off from doing it again, and I can give you the links again. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put that at the end on a thing as well, so bear with me.
On Facebook?
No, what I'll do is I'll put it on the quiz here in a minute. I'll just have to find.
I'm not on here though. I'm on here.
Oh, you're on here and here. No, I mean I'll put it on the Zoom so you can see it on the Zoom. Oh no, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Bear with. I can do that. I'm just, as I try to think for that, I'm not putting my answers in quick enough. All right.
I did have it open. Let me try again.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all good. It's all good. I'm going to change that one.
Because I couldn't remember my password to PayPal.
Okay, just tidying up a few ones. All right. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. That looks interesting spelling. Is that right? Oh, no, that's okay. It's just cool. Okay, thank you. I'm going to test that and have a look at how that looks in 10 seconds as I try and bring up my final answers. Again, whilst it's, you know, smaller numbers, thank you all very much. Do appreciate it. It's absolutely great. I think you can see with a few of these, it's definitely needing a few more people to really try and push out some of those ones to get you more points or catch more of you with an anti-sheep. I can hear my phone buzzing for all the different payments. You're all amazing people. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have a look at some of these answers then. For Wuthering Heights, it's worked out that there's a choice of 2 that have been picked, which is, to be fair, what I expected. Let's hear from one, and then let's hear from the other if it wasn't your one.
Jane Eyre.
And the other one?
Jane Eyre.
And who goes for the other one? Anyone?
Jane Eyre.
Yeah.
Matt, stop it.
Jane Eyre.
So, Jane Eyre with 12, Wuthering Heights with 5. Very good playing. All right. Oh,
It's me or Kathy.
Me or Kathy, you've missed one spelling. There we go. Let's change you to you. You're going to make my life easier if I do that. Done. And update you. All right. Do you know what? I'm going to make you have different points for that one. So, question 27. We've got bobsleigh, ski jump, skiing. It's not really there's some specific disciplines there. There's alpine skiing, ice hockey, snowboarding, downhill, grand slalom, and ski jumping is one I've missed. I better fix that ski jumping to the ski jump and get them all together.
Bobsleigh is just because of the movie. Absolutely.
That's great movie.
See, I thought ski jumping because of Eddie the Eagle movie.
Very true, very true. So that ski jumping score-wise will be fixed in a minute. Let's see what the scores are, actually, after 27 rounds, and see where we're at, see how close Alex is getting now that we're into the final run. See if I can get this to work this time, whereas last time it failed miserably. And now that I know what I did wrong last time, can I get it right this time? I'm probably not quick enough.
If you're talking about winter films, there's also the Mighty Ducks, which made an appearance with the Anaheim Ducks earlier. And
that's right. Yeah. And there's the link up with the. I didn't do the NHL question on purpose. I could have done that. It was NBA this time, so I didn't want 2 ice hockey sports in there in the same quiz. That might have pushed your answers together a bit more. Okay.
When you get some Swedish guys to join or Norwegian, maybe they won't.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I can see that I still haven't fixed my scoring chart properly, so I'm gonna skip the scores at this point. I'm going to go straight on to question 28 because he still didn't get it right. He thought he had, but he hadn't. So well done me. Oh, look at that! How have I not got those correct? That's interesting. A few of you have got 1 point and certainly right. There's a lookup I've got to do for. What's our sheep hiding? He's hiding King's Day. I've done so many different spelling lookups of King's Day. So many different spell out lookings of King's Day, and they've still not caught it. That is staggering. I literally of all the questions in this quiz, that is the one that's got the most lookups to try and catch it, and it's still missing most of them, which I find hilarious. Wow. Okay. That might take me a moment to look up. You can see that King's Day is probably going to win it with 5s. Anybody know what day it is actually today?
No.
If you'd known that, you might have gone for Ascension Day, but as you didn't, King's Day wins it. Well, I thought it was a good question. Ignore that because I haven't done the update on that one yet. Question 29. Oh, this is a fun one. Let's see. I haven't even actually looked up what you've all put. Yes, I need to change the format of that for sure. Let's see. Right. Okay. Do you know what, this is one where, again, my scoring could go loopy now because we've got, with however many, I can't actually see it as clearly on that one, Judy Geller has done very well, which is not what you want in an anti-sheet with 2. Tag, I'm not sure, Joanna, Charlie, Sandra Green, Gunther, could have easily got more. Richard Burke, Judy Geller has got a 3 there, so that spelling's not picked up, Gina, sorry. Paul Rudd, Janice, Mr. Trigger, Kiki, Ursula, and Andrea, very good choices all round. This one definitely looks more likely to break my scoring unless that third Judy Geller actually.
The duck.
The duck is, I'm so happy that someone put that. I'm so happy because I didn't say actor. I definitely didn't say actor or actress. I didn't ask for the name. So that was
Paul Rudd there.
Yeah, I don't think
he's only going to get 1 point. Yeah, exactly. He's only going to get 1 point. That one's not going to work. So actually that's also going to help my scoring on that one, to be fair. So thank you, whoever did that. But yeah, the duck made
get 1. I steered away from saying Janice or Gunther or Mike.
Again, this is an interesting one why I run it again with more people. With more people, you will see so quickly that there'll be so many that want to put Gunther and maybe in others. So yeah, Judy Geller now has 3. Very sorry. And finally, it's not updated. Again, got to try and do that one correctly. Cats and dogs. Simple 50-50. Dogs win it with 11. Ooh. Dogs
Game's
win
rubbish.
11. The game is useless, frankly. I know. All right. That is still not right. You're going to have to give me 10 seconds while I work out where my scores have gone wrong for the final scores.
Hard question to answer because you're like, I don't know if more people will put this, but I can't physically bring myself to click the one that is not the person that I am. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know anybody, so I was like, do they look like a cat person or a dog person?
Exactly. You've got to question this sort of stuff. That's really weird. Why is it giving me? Oh, I must have got the scoring wrong on the previous one, and that's why I keep getting wrong on this one. All right. How appalling. Let's just double check I'm going to say this correctly before I announce it. Looks pretty good for what I'm seeing. So, Alex, you had 5 points to catch up. Did you do it? That was the question. Did you share a number of points with Jasper? Did you beat him on any? Final reckoning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is with, I can tell you now that the winner has 268 points, ignoring the previous scores that I gave you because that must be wrong. 268 points and a difference of 3. It's not Alex. It's Jasper with 268. Alex, unfortunately, with 265. Second place. Chuck, well done, 257. Matt, done very well, definitely beating me. Mo, a decent score. Daryl, Oscar, Catherine, Phil, Becca ran out the top 10. This is where I've got to try and do something moderately clever to show you the next bunch. And it's almost there. Which is that one? Is that right? Yes. And the final 7. Gina, Harry, Sol,
We am not
Kat,
last.
me, Frankie, and Ash with his self-raising.
I should definitely have been last.
Mate, outstanding. Outstanding, guys. All right, so thank you very much. Thank you. Hugely appreciated. Let's just do the bit that I promised Gina. What I'll actually do is I'll message you all and do it that way, because that's what an easy way to do it, isn't it? I've got to try and think of, actually, Gina, has everyone else managed to do it, or is anyone else still struggling
managed
with
to
that?
get back onto it. So
Oh, you're fine. Okay, well,
Did you send me the PayPal link, George? I managed to break that bit.
I missed who said that because I wasn't looking.
Mo,
I will do, mate. Yeah, absolutely. Let me just do that in a second.
Yes.
I'll do that on here, actually. Could you do
Just
that?
a link at the end of that
Oh,
thing.
what am I doing? It's so easy. I can just do it, type it, actually, because I know what it is. He says, and actually do it a quicker way.
Georgie,
Hello, matey.
my interwebs cut out just as you were about to show the scores, so do you mind flicking back to them?
I don't mind flicking back to them at all. Not a problemo. So we were trying to work out if it was Alex or if it was Jasper, and the actual truth of the whole situation is that
Spoiler alert,
you
it
actually
was
won. You actually won, Matt. No, you didn't. Sorry, Jasper. Jasper with 3 points. Jasper by 3 points. Oh.
But I think you'll find if you go back to my original sheet, predicted I would come in fourth.
Did you now? Well done. Actually, that's a great question. Who did as well as they predicted? That's a good question.
I came opposite of what I predicted.
You're a winner. Oh, very nice. Love the honesty.
I think I guessed I'd come halfway, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, I did.
Oh, alrighty. So the most important thing now, which charity? Just got to do it this way. What I haven't worked out is a way to do the count properly on my sheet, so I have to present to you the form sheet. I'll work that one out for a later one. So final form is that one. Let's look at these responses. Questions 33. That's really weird. Okay, it doesn't do it the way I would have hoped, but oh, maybe it does. No, it doesn't. So we've got oh, that's so useless. That's not done it correctly at all. That's not how I wanted to see the results. Oh, right. Bear with me one moment, people. They're just going to try and work this one out. That's really not going to be as easy as I thought. That one did not come through in any way as I thought. Tell you what I'll do is I'll count it up and I'll announce it on the Facebook group which one won. Otherwise, it could be. I mean, you're welcome to stay and have a chat whilst I count, but I don't want to necessarily hold you as I try and do that and take ages and get it wrong. Actually, it won't take me as long as I think if I do this better. He says. Got to be correct and get both answers in. So what I've also got is I've got a sheet that allows you to do the quiz in advance, and you get through all 30 questions without any splits, exactly the same way. But it means I split them into 2 separate sets of sheets, and I don't want to miss those answers which are there. If you have to run, thank you all for playing. I really do appreciate it. It's absolutely amazing.
George, just a quick note. If you're doing lookups rather than regular expressions in VBA, if you're doing lookups, at least you may want to do a substitute on apostrophes and dashes.
Yeah, no, I generally, you can, if there's a quick way to put them in, I've tried little things like that. I generally do a full text lookup match. So I guess that the apostrophe won't be there, and I guess the apostrophe will be there, and try and do the two together, let's say. Okay. That's one of the ways that I do it.
Can you do regular expressions in Google Docs?
It's not in the Google Doc. I have it all in my spreadsheet. So when I take your answers from the Google Doc, then I've got all the lookups built into that will.
Can you do regular expressions in spreadsheets?
I don't know, to be honest. I've not tried as much. So let's just see. Right, almost there. No, I don't want to expand the section. I want to just sort it. Of course you would do that, wouldn't you? Because you're just difficult. Which is that and that. Okay, it looks like I can see it without even guessing it, but let's just do a quick. We have 4 for the Animal Sanctuary, 3 for Doctors Without Borders, 2 for Refuge, 1 for Tackle Africa, 1 for Mosaic, and believe it or not, in Mental Health Awareness Week, 9 for Mind. So there we go, guys. Thank you very much. That was all really good in that respect. I realize I'm still presenting the scores. Let's stop the share. For those of you in a minute, before I stop the share, thank you for following on YouTube. It's been lovely to have you watch it later as you all came and joined me on the Zoom. So thank you. And I'll see you another time when we do this all again. That's just a YouTube ending.